Hey everybody, it's Kate 420, trying out some new editing tools, my new channel. If you don't know, I have a new channel where I'm going to be live streaming from. It's called Kate 422, only it's not in numbers like this. It's going to be spelled out Kate 420, and it's going to be spelled out in letters, and then the number is 2. I'll put a link to it in the description, hopefully, when I'm done with this. Meet 13-year-old Abigail Williams and her friend 14-year-old Liberty German from Delphi, Indiana. If you haven't heard about them, they are quite a big news story, a national news story, as a matter of fact. Let me start at the beginning. No.
As our
Of course. Here we go.
very scary situation right now, and I just want her home.
Finding update now on our top story, those 2 missing girls in Carroll County. The sheriff's office and members of the Delphi area community continue searching for those missing girls in the Delphi area, saying now they won't stop until those 13-year-olds are found. It's been nearly 24 hours, of course, since they were reported missing. 13-year-olds Liberty German, Abigail Williams, last seen around 1 o'clock Monday afternoon near the Monon High Bridge, that abandoned rail bridge just outside of Delphi. Now, News 18's Brad Oppenheim joins us now live from Carroll County, where that search continues at this hour. Brad?
Jeff, like you said, Liberty German and Abigail Williams were last seen yesterday afternoon when they were dropped off near that bridge. Now, they had made arrangements to be picked up by family members later that afternoon, but they never showed up. Now, a staging area has been set up at the Delphi Fire Department, and since I've been here, I've seen hundreds of people come in and out of this staging area. We are told that volunteers will be sent out in groups where they will comb the area in efforts to find these 2 girls. I was able to actually catch up with Abigail Williams' mother, Anna Williams, and she says she is amazed by the outpouring of support from the community. I also spoke with the Carroll County Sheriff, Tobe Lesenby, and he says they are working with officials on getting an Amber Alert issued. Just in the last couple hours, I have been at the staging area. I've seen and spoke from volunteers that don't even live in Carroll County, including one man from West Lafayette who came over and joined the search. He said he has a teenage daughter himself and wanted to do what he could to make sure those girls make it home safe. Now, as we continue to learn new information, we will keep you updated online, and we'll have more information on News 18 at 5 and 6 tonight. For now, reporting live in Carroll County, Brad Oppenheim, News 18.
Well, they were not found alive. They were found dead.
Someone has murdered 2 girls, one just 13 years old, the other 14. And in their search for information, they are trying to locate anyone who was in the wooded area at the time, including a male subject seen on these photographs. They were just released minutes ago by the Indiana State Police. They say they would like to ask this person what he might have seen. The girls were reported missing, and 2 bodies found yesterday in the hilly and remote outside of town. After an intense search, today they were identified.
The bodies have been positively identified as Abigail J. Williams, 13, of the Delphi area, and Liberty Rose Lynn German, 14, of the Delphi area. The 2 girls were reported missing on Monday, February 13th. The bodies were discovered about 12:15 on the 14th in the woods just east of town here. This is considered a double homicide investigation.
And police are also examining this Snapchat photo of Abigail Williams. It was taken by Liberty German, her girlfriend. just before both girls disappeared about 60 miles northwest of Indianapolis. It is believed they were hiking in the area, and this is the photo, the last known trace of them alive before the mysterious killings.
There was another photo, the photo that you saw of the man that they were looking for, that was a person of interest. His name I'll give you in a minute, but I actually want to show another quick video because oops, let me stop that.
Where are Libby and Abby? These two teen girls have not been.
Because I wanted to give you a little bit more on this whole case. It actually happened about almost a year ago now, but here's a little bit on the suspect first.
You want to create a stunning website. I've already done it with Wix. Let me show you how it's done.
We are now following a breaking development. Is this the guy that murdered two girls on an Indiana hiking trail earlier this year? Tonight reports Indiana police may be taking a closer look. That man is in custody in Colorado for a different attack on a trail.
CBS 2's Audrina Biggis explains the new developments that led to this. Audrina.
Robin Erica, this man is a registered sex offender in Indiana, and he was arrested in Colorado. But now investigators are trying to find out if he's tied to a double murder of these two young Indiana girls, citing many similarities. 7 months have passed, thousands of tips have come in, and a $50,000 reward is still on the table. But there is no arrest in the murders of Liberty German and Abigail Williams. The young girls were found dead on a hiking trail in Delphi back in February. This audio clip of the suspect's voice was released, possibly the same man captured here on cell phone video one of the girls recorded. Now, investigators in Indiana want to know if this man could be tied to the murders. 31-year-old Daniel Nations was arrested after he allegedly threatened several people with a hatchet on a trail in Colorado. Bicyclist Tim Watkins was also shot to death on that same trail a few weeks ago.
If Indiana police have been looking for this person and then we find him here in Palmer Lake, I mean, how many other things can this person be connected to?
Nations is a convicted sex offender, and he was arrested in Colorado driving a vehicle with expired Indiana plates. The El Paso County Sheriff's Office admits many similarities in the case and is not denying a possible connection, but says police in Indiana have requested no further information be released.
They have asked us not to speak to their case.
Tonight, Indiana State Police tell us they are looking into a possible connection. We also heard from the grandmother of Libby tonight. She says she is praying that the truth will be revealed and the killer will be put behind bars. Robin Erica.
Okay, Audrina, thank you.
Ouch, excuse me. Okay, so there's just one more thing I want to show you, and this is going to be something I'm gonna be looking into a couple of different cases, and I'm gonna actually hang on. One second. I actually am going to have some help from some of my group or some of my members from my YouTube channel. The family did go on Dr. Phil as well as Dr. Oz. If you go check, I think actually Gray Hughes has a debunking video. Leave it to Gray Hughes to debunk something to do with these two young ladies. You know, just I watched it. It's a decent debunking video, but yeah, anyway, let's see. Oh, no, wrong one. We already saw that one. Sorry, guys. It's my first real video, so I'm trying real hard here. I was all set up, but there, this one. I'm also looking.
Thank you for being with me at YouTube. It is now Tuesday, February 21st, 2017. It has now been over a week since two young girls were murdered in Delphi, Indiana, 14-year-old Liberty German and 13-year-old Abigail Williams. Now, on or around the time that they were murdered, this guy was caught on a trail cam crossing the bridge right there in the vicinity of where it
Actually, I'm
happened.
gonna pause this.
At first, he was identified
Liberty
as a
German
man
took
of
his-
interest that they wanted to talk to concerning.
Sorry, I wanted to pause this really quick because Liberty German actually took this picture of this guy, I believe, with her Snapchat thing. So if I'm wrong, then I will correct it later. But from what I understand, reading the police report, that she had two photos and a recording in her phone: the get down the hill and the photo of her friend and this photo.
Is pointed at as being the primary suspect. Now, this is an enhanced photo of the guy, and this is a sketch of the guy's face. Now, I don't think that this is a police sketch. In fact, I think that the police said that this was inaccurate. However, if you look at the guy's picture and this face of the sketches, it does appear to be pretty accurate to me. Now, maybe it's because this is a local murder case, but this bothers me so much that two young girls would be murdered for hiking. I go out and hike every single day, just almost every single day. I love getting out in the beauty of nature. And with two innocent young girls, if they can't go do that without, threat of being murdered, what the hell's happened to this country? I mean, the police, Carroll County, I know damn well that they're good at collecting revenue because America has more laws than any other, but I think that their investigation has been very lax. I mean, this guy is at least local. He's not from out of state. He didn't come from out of state to go to that little bitty trail. In fact, I doubt he's from out of the county. But why is it with his picture everywhere, including mainstream media, that nobody's looked at it and said that looks a little bit like so-and-so, or he's dressed like that guy was this day, or I seen a guy in the store that looked like that. Nobody's turned anything in. Now, I can't check the crime scene. I can't look at the foot tracks. I can't look at GPS records. I can't look at cell phones. I can't, nothing like that. But what I can do is investigate in the only way that I can. And that's looking at the sexual offenders list of Carroll County. Now, I came across two names. Stephen Lee Martin. As you can see, he has the same build. He has the same hair part. And he is wanted for sexual offense with minors. That is one that I would have looked into if I was Carroll County Police.
Right.
Also, Jeremy Scott Bowles. The same applies. He's got the same part, the same build, with the same identical record. Now, I'm not saying that anybody should go to these people's house and harass them. By no means.
Please do not.
In fact, I don't know if Carroll County Police have talked to them, but they would definitely be on an area of interest to me. I would have talked to them and found out where they were, looked at the clothes that they wore, their foot, all of this. I at least would have did that. Now, the man pictured here, the primary suspect, it is my speculation that this was his first murder, first time that he had ever killed. Now, knowing that his picture is out there and knowing that he will be caught, it bothers me to think that this man may have already killed himself, but it is possible. You see, I am not a person that thinks that pedophiles should die and be put in an electric chair.
We
I
should
think that
spell it
the
right
first thing
first.
that should be done is life without parole. Let them live in population in a prison, with every single day being a terror. I think putting them in a chair and killing them like that is it's too easy. It's not right. It's not
Okay,
what
I
should be
agree.
done. Now, I want this man found. I want him found, Carroll County.
He still has not
and
been found.
every single day that goes by is longer without this
Unless
man
it's
being
Daniel
caught.
Nations.
Get on it. And I will see you all in my next video.
Right. This video was done before Daniel Nations had been arrested. But Daniel, as far as I know, there's a update, a recent update. I'm going to show you the most recent information on the murder, so that way you guys know the link and all that stuff. It was when they were on Dr. Phil. Gray Hughes right there. He did do a debunk. But yeah, basically, right here. This is the last one, I believe. Right?
Hello, everyone. It's Charlton. There may be a break.
There it is right here. This is the newest information, guys. A week ago on the Dr. Phil show. I just wanted to be sure. I did have it on my thing too.
Design the website you want with no creative limits?
I think we found out how to do it.
Go to Wix.com.
Superintendent Douglas Carter is here from the Indiana State Police. And when this happened and these girls went missing, law enforcement really sprung into action here and started searching for these girls immediately, correct?
They did.
And when you look at the area around there, what's the most likely way for this person to have gotten away? Would he have gotten away by car, by foot? What's the most likely way for him to have gotten away?
Dr. Phil, right now, it'd be speculative of us to try and figure out how he got there or where he went after this occurred. But I certainly hope in my lifetime I can look him in the eyes and ask him that same question.
You know, sometime between 2:07, when that last Snapchat post was put up, and by the time family members started showing up and everybody started showing up, there's a window in there between probably around 2:30 and 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, somewhere in there. This man had to be making his departure, and hopefully somebody think about that. Think about that time on February 13th, 2017, between 2:30 and 4 o'clock-ish. If you're anywhere in that vicinity, if you saw anything on foot, in a car, whatever, you want to know it, right?
I so appreciate you saying that way, because that is actually what happened afterwards. We started to canvass the city of Delphi and the areas on the same day that the crime occurred. And we stopped cars and asked them, and please tell us if you saw anything suspicious, anything at all. But please remember, this is not unlike any other rural community anywhere in America. It's not a typical a trailhead where there's a great big parking area where people come and go from a central place. It's accessible from multiple areas, multiple places in a very rural area.
Yeah.
So it does set it apart. It makes it a little bit different.
Yeah. Now, I grew up in small towns. I mean, like y'all are living in, and if somebody showed up that didn't belong, you stuck out like a sore thumb because you knew everybody and everybody knew. And then if some transient showed up, they just stuck out like a sore thumb. Did anybody in town see this person before in the week leading up to, or any time?
We believe that the sketch that you see behind you was a face-to-face encounter with a citizen of Delphi.
Okay. So you think that actually somebody interacted with him, talked to him, saw him in a store, street, something, somewhere, somehow?
We do. The person we believe to be the killer on the High Bridge has been enhanced as best as it can be enhanced. That's him. What I believe is there's somebody that knows who that person is, even though they can't see their face. I think I could identify a family member if I couldn't see their face based upon the way they were standing, the way his hands are in his pocket, the untucked shirt, the gait, whatever that might be. And that's who we're looking for today.
Mm-hmm. What is the theory about what is in the pocket here, Superintendent? What do you suppose?
It would be speculative and subjective at best. There's no way for us to be able to tell. It does appear that there's a shirt tail out, though, doesn't it? And there's speculation about what that might be, even with that. But somebody knows who this person is that caused such evil in a wonderful place.
All right, guys. This is my first video. I'm going to put this up on both my channels, but if you look up at the top here, this is the profile picture, and this, hang on, I'll show you the spelling. Just matter of fact, let's just go to my new channel so you guys know where to go. Right here, Kate, and then space and then spell out 420 and add a 2 to the end, okay? And I hope to be able to go live here soon. I'm kind of compounding a team so that we can keep it running 24/7. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be uncensored. It's going to be a multitude of things, not focused on necessarily one case, one situation, or one type of topic for that matter. So I hope to see you soon.